Hey everyone, it's Triple Mango Threat or Ashley, and today we're going over the Rhystic Study budget alternatives. Let's jump right into it. If you did not know, Rhystic Study is an enchantment for 2 and a blue that says whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless that player pays 1 mana. This is a $30 card right now, and most players don't have $30 to spend on one card. It's more likely they have $30 to spend on one deck. So today I want to talk about the budget options for Rhystic Study. So jumping right into it, we have Mystic Remora. This is another enchantment that for 1 blue, it has a cumulative upkeep of 1, and whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, we can draw a card unless they pay 4 mana. This is a $9 card, but we always have to pay 1 mana, or cumulative means every upkeep we're paying 1 more mana, so the cost of this card is going to get expensive the longer we have it. This works great in a Muldrotha deck because we can constantly get it back for just that 1 blue mana each turn. We no longer have to pay the cumulative upkeep of 1. Next we're talking about Compost. For 1 and a green, it's an enchantment. Whenever a black card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may draw a card. This is really cool. This means whenever they do a removal spell like Murder, or whenever their Blood Artist dies, we get to draw a card, and there's no way for them to pay a 1 for us not to draw a card. This is a $2 to $3 card right now. This might be one to consider. I personally would rather pay $2 to $3 than a $30 card. It might be less consistent depending on your playgroup, but maybe everybody's playing black that game. Imagine how amazing this card would be. We would draw so many cards. Insight. For 2 and a blue, it's an enchantment. Whenever one of your opponents plays a green spell, you may draw a card. This is a $1 to $2 card right now. Again, we're not giving our opponents an option to pay 1 mana for us not to draw a card. And green is actually one of the top 3 most played colors, so green, black, and blue fit that area. Again, this is another one to determine if your playgroup's playing more green than usual. This might be one to toss into your decks. Verity Circle. I really like this one because for 2 and a blue, whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it's not declared as an attacker, you may draw a card. So this makes all of their mana dorks and even Osgir, making it where we're going to start drawing cards. And again, they can't pay 1 to make us not draw a card. It also has for 4 and a blue, tap target creature without flying. I don't think I've ever paid that cost, but if you really needed to draw a card for 5 mana, it's there. Kumenas Awakening. For 2 and 2 blue, it's an enchantment. It has Ascend, which means whenever we have 10 or more permanents, we get the City's Blessing. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. If you have the City's Blessing, instead you draw a card. In Commander, it's likely that we can get the City's Blessing pretty early on, maybe by turn 5, assuming we play a land and we play a permanent each turn. The last card I want to mention is Psychic Possession. For 2 and 2 blue, it's an enchantment that says enchant opponent, skip your draw step. Whenever the enchanted opponent draws a card, you may draw a card. I really like this one, especially for 4 mana. This kind of reminds me of the latest card, Wedding Ring, except it's white, and both players benefit whenever a player draws a card or gains life. But for this one, it's just us getting the benefit. And hopefully we'll target a player that draws a lot of cards that game, and even if they don't, we're really setting back us and the other opponent, which can be a bad thing because we're probably helping out the other 2 players win the game. So this is definitely going to be one you have to think about. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like any of these cards, you can purchase them down below in the TCG link, and it helps out the channel at no additional cost to you. Thank you to the patrons who help support this show, and you can also become a patron and see your name at the end of these videos, as well as other benefits. Be sure to comment and subscribe for more Mango content. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.